Hello colleagues, my name is Nikolai. I'm working as a business analyst at Confera Technologies. And today I will present our product, ComplyTrack, which is based on Creatio platform, who is a global leader in CRM and workflows processes on low-code, no-code platform. Our product developed to keep all the customer data, documents, information in one place, manage all the customer lifecycle processes starting from onboarding to customer closing, customer risk scoring calculation and sanction screening processes. All related compliance information in one place. So now on my screen you see the main page of our product, which are available after logging to the system. The sections on the left are all the sections from our system. I will show them all a little bit later. And the two communication panels on the right is for employees and users who are working within the system. First one is the communication panel, where we can see all our internal communication via feed, some email, which if we connect the email exchange server, even chats if the chatbots are available. And second panel is more technical notification reminders panel. It's all system messages about processes, it's reminders about ongoing tasks, due date, times and so on. So on the left side we have a lot of the sections with the information, and the two primary of them is accounts and contacts. It's a person card, all client related information. Accounts is for legal persons and contacts is for the individuals. After opening this section we can see the main register with all the information about legal entity companies with their type, status, who is the manager of the company, from what country and so on. These columns could be modified via configuration, and we can show all the information from the customer card in a so quick report here. Let's go deeper to the particular customer and what we see here in the customer card. On the left side, the main details, it's all customer information, the type, status, registration data, numbers, dates, countries, managers, internal identifiers to link the customer to different systems and so on. On the right side we have plenty of tabs with the information which could help us to in our researches, in investigations, reports and so on. On the general tab we have some information about communication language. We have communication options detail with emails, phones, faxes, WhatsApps, Skypes, etc. In the address detail we can keep all the customer related addresses like actual, legal, and one of the features that we can check this address in the minimap straight after entering this into the system. So we can check is this address even exists or not, or it's some kind of fake address. Also here on the general tab we have so-called holding detail, which are created automatically based on representative and beneficiary owner relationship. After creating the relationship between two entries in the database, systems start to recalculate the holding. And as we can see here in example, we can see that legal person ABC Trading Corp is linked to the Ocean Wave Limited via beneficiary Maria. So we can see that if something will change and Maria will have another one company, so we can see it in this holding as well. And this holding we could use during group analysis, etc. On additional info tab we have segmentation fields like sector, enterprise size, number of employees, different financial indicators which help us to segment our companies and assign different risk levels to them. Here we have a business activities description, business activities catalogs by NACE, Also is available British version of standard industry codes or North American NICE classificator. Here we have also additional details about licenses, some relationship with our company, some external references, etc. At the compliance tab, we have all compliance related information. It is customer risk level, customer risk value, last review date, PEP status, additional manual risk factors which we could apply to customer and use them into risk scoring calculation processes. Different related countries which are not in the main information fields. Partners information, restrictions, current products, and questionnaires. Let's tap at the questionnaires a little bit. If we open the questionnaire by double click, we can move to the questionnaire section and we see what the customer declared to us at the current period of time. Here we have plenty of sections. This is a constructor, so it could be created by your print form or your web form based on ways you communicate with the customer. Here we have a lot of fields, all what this customer provided to us. As you can see here up, currently this questionnaire is active. However, receiving the new one, we will activate the new and this will automatically deactivate it. Also, questionnaires support parentness, so we can create multiple appendix to the main questionnaire and we can create new versions with different fields. So the previous ones will left historical with historical information and the new ones will come with the new fields, new details and so on. In section documents, we offer to keep all the customer-related documents in one place. It could be not only legal documents, it could be also some your internal documents like reports of EDD check or some kind of request from the other state authorities and so on. What is a document card? It's an additional object within the system with its own metadata. It could be types, subtype, when we receive the document, what is the deadline of the document, some main information, maybe brief description, what is this document about, and the document itself in attachment zone, and all files. What is the main benefit of using our section of documents and not keep them in local folders? If that's, you don't need to create a multiple documents objects if, for instance, you have an agreement between two of our customers. You just create one document, attach the files, and then via relation tab you just link these two persons to this document, and you can see this document from each perspective, from both customers, even from additional investigations where this document could be used to make some decisions. During customer lifecycle, the document amount could become bigger and bigger, and it could be not so convenient to work from the person card. However, we could filter here these documents by type or other fields and search this document quickly. Other way how we could manage working with the document is actions, go to document section, and the system will move out to document section, filtering straight by the particular customer. Here we can open the folders and we see that we have predefined folders filtering by the customer document type. If I click on the questionnaire, system will filter by the questionnaires. If I go to the identification documents, I will see all the identification documents. These folders are not limited by the type. It could be done more subfolders. It could be identification document and additional status, term of document, due dates, and so on. It's limited only to your fantasy and how you would like to control your documents in the system. Moving forward, the next tab is the risk cases. And that's here we show all the risk cases which are related to particular customer. Basically, here we can see the customer lifecycle from customer onboarding to some new product risk assessments, transaction monitoring, CDD, EDD, third-party requests, suspicious activity reports, on customer closing. Here, out of the box, we have plenty of the risk case predefined, so you can use them, or you can create your own or adapt the existing to your needs. I will show a little bit later how these risk cases look and how they work in a combination with incidents. In finance parameters, we can keep additional information, some kind of aggregation of financial status of the customer. It could be turnovers, it could be number of transactions. However, our product doesn't aggregate this information. We need to receive it from somewhere, from other systems like core system or some kind of BI tools and so on. So let's move to the incidents and risk cases, because first of all, it's not only customer data system, it's a very complex case management system. And first step of the all case management is the incidents or so-called alerts. It's a place where we can see all happened or registered incidents by different topics and types. It could be, for instance, sanction screening incident if we have a match in the sanction list. It could be customer risk level increasing or decreasing if you would like to follow them up. It could be some new customer complaints. It could be done manually by some employee, or it could be done via email or during some business processes. And this incident is basically a small object with all the necessary information. It's a type of the incident, it's a person to whom this incident is related. It's a quick comment or synopsis, what is this incident about, and then employee just decide what they need to do. If it's nothing, not a big deal, they could just complete the incident process, do some quick stuff and forget about it. If the incident needs to be analyzed, or maybe we need to do some additional actions, via actions create risk case, we can create a linked risk case based on the type and start to do a more complicated research. Let's move to risk cases and look how they and see how they looks like. So risk cases is a more complicated object within the system. They have the additional workflow based on the process described in your internal documentation. They have deadline for both process and the step, each step separately. So we can manage and follow up, send notifications that the stage deadline is coming to the end, and so on. In this risk cases section, we can add additional sub-processes within the process, like checking person against the sanction list, calculate the risk scoring on the particular step, launch different processes, and so on and so on. Also, what is very important, in the system we could create so-called checklist in the features detail. By default they are empty, however the employee need to open and answer the question, yes, no, or they need to fill in some text. Depends on the needs and your internal procedures. On this checklist we can assign different validations. For instance, if there is any empty value, we couldn't complete the risk case. Or for instance, if we have particular value in particular checklist, we need to escalate this risk case to the board, head of department, and so on. So it's again 4 eyes principle, 6 eyes principle, full control of the process flow, and all information will be proceed as necessary. Next functionality is a scoring model. It's a functionality that allows you to create your own scoring models to calculate customer risk scoring levels based on the information you have within the system. By default, we have two models, two types of the models. It's a max model, where we take the most valuable rule which was found, and the sum model, when we sum all the rules which are worked in the particular case. Let's check the geographical risk model as an example. Within the model, we specify the rules with different values and different criteria. Because system is a low-code, no-code platform, it's very easy to manage and change these rules, because it's just a simple filter within the system for the data which we have in the customer person card or different other sections within the system. If these conditions are true, we will assign the particular number of points which we define in this field. When we create all necessary rules and all necessary scoring models, we combine them in one scoring type, and then based on the process, system will calculate on daily basis so-called risk scorings and create this risk scoring calculation cards. And in this card we can see what the type of risk scoring it was, who's the customer, when it was done, what was the risk value, and how we receive this value, what type of the rules worked, and do we use them in the final scoring. In our system, we can screen all our database against the sanction list by clicking on the sanction list name section. We are getting to the sanction lists. By default, we import 4 of the open source sanction lists. It's a FAQ, European Union, United Nations, and UK. However, you could also buy a subscription to Dow Jones, LexisNexis, or Acuity and import these sanction lists here as well. Here, by pressing Actions, Check Person, we can check manually ad hoc some person if it is necessary, and system will provide the result. We can see what the list, what the person, when it was included in the sanction list, what was the score, and how we get this score. In case if we add some person which are not exist in the list, for instance myself, the system should generate no matches found. However, it's a manual check. If we need to check all the database automatically via regular check, we create the section regular check where we can put all the database automatically after registration, and then we can check them on a daily basis and keep all the log result here. As you can see, we can have this regular check log when it was checked against one the sanction list, and if the match was found, we create the incident in the incident section, and then some compliance specialists could analyze. If it's false positive, they just process the incidents. If it's true match, they may create a risk case and start a more complex analysis. Last but not least, the quick reports, which allow Creatio to do in the dashboard section. By clicking on the dashboard section, we can access all our reports, and it's a lot of beautiful charts, metrics, and so on, defined by what you need to find here. And what is very good with these graphs within the Creatio, that they are all dynamic. If we open, for instance, this pie chart, we can press on this particular piece and go deeper and see what the clients fill in this particular area. Or we can open this one and see other ones. So this is a very good opportunity of a quick analysis of your database. Also, these dashboards could be separated by the access rights, by the manager divisions, like reports for big management, report for more analytical head of department, or even report for particular compliance specialist, what he needs to be, what is tasks on him, or what the risk case is on him, and so on. It was a brief presentation of our product ComplyTrack, where you can keep all your customer-related information and manage all related business processes in compliance and other areas in one system. If you have any questions, please contact us and we can provide more deep presentation and answer all your questions.